Okay. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you?
Good morning, teacher. Well, now I'm good. What about you?
Good. You know that we have different activities to develop in the day, in the week, the university, in your own line. But you know that it's a responsibility, and I think that this is a good day. And also, we had problems with the development of the last class, so for this reason, we go to develop this class today. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Perfect. Give me a moment. I'm going to share the screen.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the perfect future versus the future perfect progressive. Okay,
Okay, teacher.
this topic is new for you, or you have knowledge about these topics?
No, it's new for me, teacher. I never see future perfect. I don't remember saw this topic
Okay,
before.
perfect. Okay, so it's new for you. I will explain the rule for the creation of the perfect future first to create the first sentence. Okay, in the affirmative, we can find two options to create a perfect future. We can apply the with have, or on the other hand we can apply going to have. In the case of the will have, we apply the subject plus the will have plus the past participle plus the complement. Now, taking into account the going to have, we can apply the subject plus the auxiliary verb plus going to have plus the past participle plus the complement. Okay,
Okay,
this is
teacher.
for the perfect future. Now, tell me, so you are on my own studying. Give me, choose one of these topics that you find in the chart. Finish my studies, get a job, travel to another country, build or buy a house.
Hey, buy a house, teacher.
Okay, now taking into account the structure to create a sentence, try to create a sentence with the future perfect, taking into account the topic.
Okay. For example, I will have both.
Have,
Both, teacher, participles, yeah.
okay,
A country house. I don't remember the next part. Can you please show me the PPT presentation, teacher?
okay, perfect.
Okay. Okay, yeah. By the time,
Okay,
so I will have about my country house by the time.
by the time I will have bought a country house.
Okay.
Okay, now taking into account the future perfect continuous, we apply the next structure in the case of the affirmative. The subject plus the will have been plus the verb with ing plus the complement. And also we can find the other option, subject plus the auxiliary verb to be plus the going to have been plus the verb with ing plus the complement. This is in the case of the perfect progressive future, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Now, taking into account, try to create a sentence with the same topic.
Mm, this future present is with been. I don't remember. I don't remember. Is with been or only ing?
You apply will have
Ah,
been.
yes, been. Okay, teacher. Let me see. Um, my mom will will have been working in her house project by the time I graduate.
By the time
I graduated, que yo me habré graduado, I have graduated, I don't remember.
Okay, it's good. In the case of the future perfect, yes, the expression by the time. And also in the future perfect continuous, it's good because you express the time. Is to say that by the time I graduated, you develop an action. You can see in the past, from the present, until the future, where the person had been working. So it is good. Okay, now with this part, we go to develop this game. Oh my God, give me a moment.
Okay.
What happened with this game? Okay, give me a moment so I can find this game. Okay, perfect. We go to the only, so you are only one student. The teachers, three only sentence, no more, three sentence. Okay. In this case, how do you create this sentence taking into account the information and taking into account that this perfect future?
Okay, teacher, I think the sentence is this way, and the meeting, yeah, already will have started. Will have started, yeah.
Okay, the meeting already will have started. In this case, we are the meeting. Yes, in this case can be considered as a subject, so it is good to the meeting. But in this sentence, we apply first will have and the end of the sentence already. It's to
The
say,
last one word is already? Ah, okay.
yes. In Spanish, la reunión ya había comenzado
Yes, yeah.
o ya habrá comenzado. So it is future, ya habrá comenzado.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now in the case with the of this with the number 2.
This is a question. So, okay, maybe it's you and let me think. Will have
Will
um, you finished work by 5 o'clock? Como habrás terminado de trabajar para a las 5 de la tarde.
let's 5 en punto. Okay. In this case, there are one mistake. So because you apply this you between will and have. So
Teacher, I
you
suppose
had
I suppose the auxiliary in this case is will have, so I suppose it's together, but well. So will you have finished? Okay, thanks.
okay. Now finally with this.
I can see the sentence, teacher. Okay. Okay. I will have lost 5 kilos this month.
I will have lost 5 kilos this month. Yes, that's correct. Now, this is with the future perfect. Now, taking into account the future perfect continuous or future perfect progressive.
Okay. He will have been working all day.
You will have been working all day. Correct. Now with this.
Okay. She'll have been studying for the exam all night.
She has been studying for the exam of mine. Okay, correct. Now finally with this.
I'll have living.
Have
Sorry. I have been living.
been living.
Okay. In England.
Okay, in England.
Soon for 1 year. Yo estaré viviendo en Inglaterra pronto por un año.
Okay, I will have been.
For 1 year soon. I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe
that's correct. It's at the end you applied soon. Remember in the expression, for example, with already at the end. In this case, soon is to the same. I have been living in England for 1 year soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, continue with this part. I'm going to explain this topic. Okay, the perfect future, it refers to an action that will be completed before another action in the future. Also to refer to actions that end in the every near past, and also for actions that are carried out now and that are completed or finalized at the specific time in the future. In the future perfect, the important thing is the result of the action. En Spanish. Utilizamos el futuro perfecto para expresar una acción que se completará en el futuro, pero que nosotros tenemos ya el tiempo específico en donde se va a terminar. Además, aquí lo que importa en esta oración es especificar el resultado de la acción, más no el tiempo. So, is clear this part?
So, teacher.
Okay. What other I can explain you? Podemos utilizarlo, inclusive hablando de cosas del pasado. Por ejemplo, en diciembre yo me graduaré. En Spanish, yo me graduaré.
Yes.
Entonces, hay un establecimiento en donde tú ya tienes determinado el tiempo en donde te vas a graduar. Entonces, específico tiempo sabemos que es donde se va a graduar. Esta es el perfecto futuro. Ahora, ahorita que pasemos al futuro perfecto progresivo, te voy a explicar y vamos a hacer una diferencia entre los dos para que comprendas, ¿vale?
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Okay. Now, it's possible in the development with the perfect future expressions in the time, for example, by the time, by express the day, next month, next day, by the year, before, until. For example, Stephanie with by the time.
By the time I get home, Sue or Zoe We'll have cooked dinner for both of us. Para el tiempo en que yo llegue a casa, Zoe habrá cocinado la cena para nosotros dos.
Okay, in this case is specified out the time, in this case by the time, now in Spanish. Encontramos que hay una expresión de un tiempo específico, es decir, por el momento en que la persona ya llega a casa, la otra persona ya ha desarrollado la acción, es decir, que ya haya cocinado la cena para ambos. Now continue with the next, with the by day.
I won't have learned all this by tomorrow. Yo habré aprendido todo esto para mañana.
So I won't is will not.
Sorry, yes. Yo no habré aprendido todo esto para mañana.
Yes, this is an establishment, is to say that the person or the people think or know that it's not possible to learn the topics by tomorrow. Okay, now continue with the next one.
They will have finished the book for the next month. Ellos habrán finalizado el libro para el siguiente mes.
Yes, it's by the next month. Okay, now with the next.
Next Monday, we will have been married for 10 years. El siguiente lunes, nosotros habremos estado casados por 10 años.
Perfect. With the by the year.
Okay, by the year 2022?
It's possible
No.
2022 or 2022.
Okay, this is 2022. We will have paid off our mortgage. Para el año 2022 habremos pagado nuestro, what is mortgage? I don't know, sure.
Hipoteca.
Ok, thanks. Habremos pagado nuestra hipoteca.
Wait a minute because I hear the person. Hello Dario. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Dario, in your case, this perfect future versus the future perfect continuous or progressive is new for you or is clear for you?
No, teacher, it's good for me. It's a good topic for me. But the topic is will.
Yes, we got to start only with the perfect future.
Yes.
But in this case, we don't start about the topic of the perfect future. But the structure is not clear because we only study now, in this case, with the time expressions. Now, please, Dario, continue with the sentence with the before.
Before, will you have seen your cousin before the wedding?
Okay, how do you translate this sentence in Spanish?
Okay. Si usted habrá visto su primo antes de la boda.
Exactly. Now, with until, please, Stephanie.
They will not have retired until they finish the required hours. Ellos no habrán retirado hasta que ellos terminen las horas requeridas.
Okay, perfect. So, in Spanish, I got to explain this part. In this case, with Darío, encontramos con el futuro perfecto acciones que pueden desencadenar en otra, pero son acciones que nosotros encontramos un tiempo específico en donde se desarrolla la acción, encontramos el resultado de la acción. Encontramos, por ejemplo, en la oración de by the time, que la persona, encontramos dos acciones. Primero, al momento que llega la persona y segunda, lo que se logró durante ese tiempo. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Que para el tiempo de que la persona llega a casa, la otra persona, en este caso Zoe, ya ha cocinado. Entonces, específico tiempo. En el mismo caso, with by the day, yo no he aprendido todo, yo no habré aprendido todo esto para mañana. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? En donde especifica como una negación o algo de que no va a lograr desarrollar esa actividad en el específico tiempo que es para mañana. Now, they will have finished the book for the next month. It's similar to the expression by the day, because we find that it's complicated to, in this case, we'll have finished the book for the next month. Encontramos next month, a specific time, where the people express that the action finished the book. On the other hand, with the next Monday we will have been married for the 10 years. Encontramos aquí una acción en donde la persona tiene como un plan o ya tiene un tiempo determinado en donde va a cumplir algo. Es decir, que para la siguiente semana ellos ya van a estar casados por 10 años. Entonces es un tiempo específico en donde la acción termina ahí. Es decir, en la siguiente semana la acción termina porque en ese tiempo la persona ya va a estar casada por 10 años. Okay, is clear this part?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now, in the case with the structure for the sentence, with the perfect future, we find two options. In the case with the affirmative, it's possible to apply the will have and with the going to have. With the will have, we find the subject plus the will have plus the past participle plus the complement. Now, in the case with the going to have, we apply the subject plus the auxiliary verb, in this case the verb to be, plus the going to have plus the past participle plus the complement. In this case, please, Stephanie, yes. The first example.
Luisa will have finished her homework by the time her mother gets home. Luisa habrá terminado su tarea para el tiempo que su mamá llegue a casa.
Okay, perfect. Now continue with the next example, Dario.
Teacher, could you increase the imagine so I...
Okay, perfect, no problem.
I wasn't... The plane is going to have land in 5 minutes. El avión va a tener land de salida en 5 minutos.
It's possible, el avión va a aterrizar en 5 minutos. Okay, now continue with the next example, Stephanie.
Okay, and in September I will have lived here for 8 years. En septiembre habré vivido aquí por 8 años.
Okay, perfect. Now, finally, Dario.
I am going to have finished the work before going to party. Voy a tener, habré finalizado la tarea antes de ir a la fiesta.
Exactly, okay, correct. Now, in the case of the negative, we also find the two options. In this case, with will, I'm going to have. With the negative, subject plus will, not, plus have, plus the past participle, plus the complement. And in the case with the going to have, subject plus the auxiliary verb, in this case to be, plus not, plus the going to have, plus the past participle, plus complement. For example, Dario.
I'll not have cleaned the house by Saturday. No habré limpiado la casa para el sábado.
Okay, perfect. Continue with the next example, please, Esteban.
The party isn't going to have ended by the time you finish work. La fiesta no habrá terminado para el tiempo que tú termines de trabajar.
Okay, perfect. Continue with the next example, Dario.
I'm sorry, but the next week I won't have finished the report. Lo siento, pero la siguiente semana no habré finalizado el reporte.
Okay, perfect. And finally, Stephanie.
You'll not have traveled to Lisbon by the end of the year. Tú no habrás viajado, what is that, Lisbonian? I don't know. Para el final del año.
So it is Lisbon, Lisbon. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Now, in the case with the interrogative, we can also find two options, but it's possible to find expressions in the interrogative with the WH questions. For example, with the interrogative, we apply the will plus the subject plus have plus the past participle plus the complement. And on the other hand, you can also create sentence with the auxiliary verb to be plus the subject plus going to have plus the past participle plus the complement. For example, Stephanie.
Will you have printed the project by tomorrow morning? Habrás impreso el proyecto para mañana por la mañana?
Okay,
perfect. Continue with the next example, please, Darío.
Is Luis going to have to train enough before this first game? ¿Va Luis a tener suficiente entrenamiento antes del primer partido?
So in this case, the going and will is the same expression, is to say, ¿habrá Luis entrenado suficiente para este primer juego? ¿O antes de este primer juego? Okay, continue with the next example, Stephanie.
Will she have arrived at 7 o'clock? ¿Habrá ella llegado para las 7 en punto?
Correct. Finally, Darío.
Will she have arrived by 7 o'clock? ¿Habrá arribado para las 7 para las 7?
So, will it have stopped raining? Es como decir, ¿habrá parado de llover para mañana en la mañana? Okay. Now, in the case with the interrogative with the WH questions, we apply the rule. WH word plus will plus the subject plus had plus the past participle plus the complement. For example, Darío.
When will they have arrested the criminal? Cuando ellos hayan arrestado a los criminales.
So, have arrested cuando ellos habrán arrestado al criminal. Okay, now continue with the next example, Stephanie.
Who will have gone to Canada by 2021? ¿Quién habrá ido a Canadá? ¿Quién habrá ido a Canadá para el año 2021?
Yeah, in this expression we can habrá ido o it's possible quién irá a Canadá para el 2021. Okay. Now continue with the next example, Darío.
What will Luis have studied by tomorrow? ¿Qué habrá estudiado para mañana, Luis? ¿Qué habrá Luis estudiado para mañana?
Perfect. And finally, Stephanie.
Why will Lina have gone to Germany by 2020? ¿Por qué Lina habrá ido a Alemania para el 2020?
It's possible habrá ido o irá.
O irá.
Okay. Yes. Now, on the contrary, the perfect progressive future refers to finished actions located in the present with the present moment and the future time. And also it's possible too in the past between the and the future time, where we used to show that something will continue until another action in the future, where sometimes it's also used to determine a future cause and effect. In most of the cases, it's usually accompanied by the expression of time to indicate the fact, is to say now in Spanish. El presente perfecto progresivo lo utilizamos como para acciones que no han finalizado, que pueden estar situadas desde el pasado o desde el presente hasta el futuro, en donde lo que importa aquí es demostrar como la duración de la acción, a diferencia del futuro perfecto, que determina el resultado en el futuro perfecto progresivo lo que nos importa aquí es cuánto dura la acción. ¿Ok?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, now, in the case with the structure for the sentence, in the case with the affirmative, we apply the two options. The subject plus the would have been plus the verb with ing plus the complement. And also you can apply the subject plus the auxiliary verb, in this case the verb to be, plus the going to have been plus the verb with ing plus the complement. For example, Darío. Darío, can you read the example or no?
Yes, teacher. Next Friday, Brenda will have been working in the project for 3 months. El próximo viernes, Brenda habrá estado trabajando en el proyecto por 3 meses.
Okay, perfect. Now continue with the next example, Stephanie.
Mike will have been studying all the week for that test. Mike
Okay.
habrá estado estudiando toda la semana para ese test, para ese examen.
Okay, perfect. Continue now, Darío.
We're going to have been working for 24 hours by the time we finish the project.
Okay, and finally, Stephanie.
The kids were going to have been playing until the dinner be ready. Los
Perfect.
niños habrán estado jugando hasta que la cena esté lista.
Okay, in this case is different in the perfect future. Why? Encontramos acciones, por ejemplo, en la primera acción encontramos que la semana siguiente, es decir, el viernes que viene, el proyecto completa ya 3 meses. Pero aquí, ¿cuál es la diferencia en el futuro perfecto progresivo? La duración, que es que durante esos 3 meses, Brenda ha estado trabajando en el proyecto. Entonces, esta es la duración de la acción. En el siguiente ejemplo, expresa, digamos aquí, el resultado es que la persona está estudiando para ese examen, pero la duración de la acción demuestra que ha estado estudiando toda la semana para lograr ganar ese examen. Now, in the case we're going to have been working for 24 hours by the time we finish this project, encontramos también que el resultado o lo que se quiere lograr, o sea, o el tiempo, en este caso para el momento en que la persona va a empezar otra acción o comienza o finaliza la acción, ha estado también haciendo otra cosa. En este caso, encontramos que para el tiempo en que ya haya finalizado el proyecto, la persona ha estado trabajando 24 horas. Entonces, la duración de la acción es que ha estado trabajando por 24 horas para lograr finalizar ese proyecto. En el caso de que los niños han estado, han estado jugando hasta que la cena esté lista, encontramos también que del espacio entre el momento en que la persona empieza a cocinar hasta que la cena esté lista, los niños están desarrollando una acción en ese tiempo, que es que están jugando en ese momento hasta que la acción termine, que es que la cena ya esté lista. ¿Ok?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, now, in the case with the negative, we apply the rule, the subject plus the will not, plus the had been, plus the verb with ing, plus the complement. And also it's possible to create sentence with the subject plus the verb, in this case the verb to be, plus not, plus the going to have been, plus the verb with ing, plus the complement. For example, Stephanie.
On September, my children will not have been going to school for 3 months. En septiembre, mis hijos no habrán estado yendo a la escuela por 3 meses.
Continue with the next example, please, Darío.
Jonathan will not have been traveling to Panama by the next week. Jonathan no habrá estado viajando, no habrá estado viajando a Panamá por la siguiente semana.
Okay, perfect. Continue now, Stephanie. Oh, give me a moment, Stephanie.
Okay. Sarah will not have been going to the beach by weekend. Sara no habrá estado yendo a la playa por el fin de semana, no, o no irá.
Perfect. And finally, Darío.
We're not going to have been working too long by the time we finish this project. Ellos no habrán estado trabajando no estarán trabajando, no estarán trabajando mucho por el tiempo que que nosotros finalicemos este proyecto.
Okay, it's possible when the sentence is explained to read the case, indicates cuando la acción en habrá suene un poco extraña en la oración, se puede pasar, por ejemplo, como hizo Stephanie, en donde dice que Sara no irá a la playa para el fin de semana. En otras ocasiones podemos utilizar no habrá, en este caso Jonathan no habrá estado viajando para Panamá la siguiente semana, también es posible. La última, nosotros no hemos estado o no hemos estado trabajando demasiado tiempo o no habremos estado trabajando demasiado tiempo para el momento en que nosotros finalizamos este proyecto, ¿ok? En este caso, para las negativas, encontramos que lo que hace la negativa es negar la duración de la acción, es decir, en la primera oración en donde encontramos que los niños no han estado yendo a la escuela, por lo que expresa también tiempo, pero niega la acción de duración, ¿ok? Now, in the case with the interrogative, we have the two options, in this case with will, plus the subject, plus the had been, plus the verb with ing, plus the complement. Also, we can find expressions with the auxiliary verb, in this case verb to be, plus the subject, plus the going to have been, plus the verb with ing, plus the complement. For example, Darío.
Will you have been playing the same thing when you're retired? ¿Habremos estado jugando el mismo equipo cuando nos retiremos?
When you retire, okay. O habrás estado jugando en el mismo equipo cuando te retires, okay. Perfect. Continue with the next example, Stephanie.
Will you have been watching TV all day? ¿Habrás estado viendo televisión todo el día?
Okay, continue with the next example, Darío.
Will Jacobo's brothers have been designing their new collection for the next season? ¿Habrá el hermano de Jacob, habrá tenido el hermano de, habrá tenido el hermano de Jacobo estado diseñando. Wait. Will Jacob's brother have? ¿Habría estado el hermano de Jacobo diseñando su nueva colección para la nueva temporada?
Okay, perfect. Now, finally, Stephanie.
Is Carolina going to have been traveling to Spain next week? ¿Habrá viajado Carolina a España para la siguiente semana o la siguiente semana?
Okay, perfect. Okay, these are explained. Is clear or do you have doubts about these topics?
Sure, I think it's clear for now. So, but it's necessary practice because, for example, this topic is new for me. So I need to feel more familiar with that.
Okay, perfect. In your case, Darío, is clear this topic or do you have doubts about this?
Teacher, I hadn't the opportunity I wasn't be able to see these topics properly, but is awkward or is weird some expression, but when you are talking about the future it's not common to use the will with have with been, because it's you have to change or to when you are talking about the future is a little difficult in a specific conversation, but we will to see the more practice about this topic, teacher, but it is new topic for me.
Okay, perfect. I know that when the topics are new for the person, it's so complicated, but when you practice, so say the Stephanie, you try to understand in a better way. So now we go to develop the practice in this case. Stephanie, it's possible the future perfect and the future perfect continuous. Remember, for example, by the number one, Stephanie, how did you
By
create this sentence?
Okay, by the time we get to Chicago, I can see. Let me see in my computer this practice because I can see. Okay. By the time I get to Chicago this evening, we we will have driven. Is possible continuous to teacher?
Tell me, Stephanie.
Again. By the time we get to Chicago this evening, we will have driven more
Okay.
than 400 miles.
Okay, perfect. In this case, what is future perfect? Okay, so remember the expression by the time is not used in the future perfect. And on the
Yes.
other hand, you find the expression where say that we are going to be exhausted, is to say the result. So in this case, we'll have be driving, now in Spanish. Encontramos la expresión para el tiempo, la mayoría de casos se utiliza para futuro perfecto. En este caso encontramos que también expresa que la persona, el resultado, va a estar cansada. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Va a estar cansada, ¿por qué? Porque habrá conducido más de 400 millas. Entonces,
Yeah.
es el resultado. Entonces, por este motivo encontramos will have driving. Now continue with the next example, Darío.
Teacher, I cannot see not see the screen. Could you increase?
Give me a moment. I'm going to send you the link by the chat. It's possible for you to open it in your computer, okay? Okay. Are you ready,
Let me
Darío?
check, teacher. Let me check this. Okay. When Sarah goes on vacation next month, she she will have Germany for 2 years. She should be able to communicate foreign. She will have been going.
I've been studying. So we find in this part the verb.
She has
We
been
have been
studying.
studying.
Study.
German for over 2 years. She should be able to communicate fairly well while she's in Austria. Okay, in this case is correct. Why? Encontramos que especifica el tiempo en donde dice que cuando Sara vaya a vacaciones el siguiente mes, encontramos la duración de la acción, es decir, qué va a estar haciendo desde el presente hasta ese momento. Es decir, que ella estará estudiando alemán por 2 años y que con eso ella será capaz para comunicarse bien mientras ella está en Australia. Entonces, la duración de la acción está correcta. Now, continue with the next example, Stephanie.
I have not traveled much yet. However, I will have visited the Grand Canyon and San Francisco by the time I leave the United States.
I will have visited the Grand Canyon and San Francisco by the time I leave the United States. That's correct. Yes, perfect. Now, number 4, Darío.
By the time you finish study the verb tense tutorial, you will have mastered
Yes, that's correct, but
all
continue.
tense include their possessive form. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yes, expression by the time. Perfect.
By the time.
Okay, number 5, Stephanie.
Drive faster. If you don't hurry up, she will have had the baby by the time we get to the hospital.
She will have had, correct. Okay, perfect. Number 6, Darío.
I came to England 6 months ago. I started my economics course 3 months ago. When I return to Australia, I will have studied. I will have been study for 9 months,
Okay.
and I will have
Will have, in this case, the past participle will be.
been. I will have been.
Perfect, it's correct. I came to England 6 months ago. I started my economics course 2 months ago. When I returned to Australia, I will have been studying for 9 months, and I will have been in England for exactly 1 year. Correct. Continue now, Stephanie.
Margie just called and said she would be here at 8 o'clock. By the time she gets here, we will have waited for her for 2 hours. Yeah, this is continuous. We will
Yes,
have been
it's
waiting.
possible also find expression by the time in the continuous, but in this case is very important to understand the continuation of the action in this case. Why? Because Margie just called it and said that she will be there at 8 o'clock. But what happened in this time, in the present to the time that she arrived in the moment, express that she gets here or we have been waiting for her for 2 hours. To say, encontramos que la persona avisa o informa que va a estar ahí a las 8 en punto. Pero ¿qué pasa? La persona expresa aquí que ella desde ese tiempo, desde que la llamó hasta el momento en donde, hasta que ella llegue, va a estar esperándola por 2 horas. Entonces aquí encontramos duración de acción. For this reason is will have been waiting. Okay?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Now continue with the next example, Darío.
Okay, Frank just changed jobs again. If he keeps this up, He will have changed.
She will have changed
Jobs at least 4 or 5 times by the end of the year.
Yes, that's perfect because establish the end of the year. Yes, that's correct. Okay, now continue with the next example, Stephanie.
Come over to my house around 9 o'clock by them. Okay. I will have completed my history essay. And we can go see a movie.
Perfect, that's correct. And finally, Dario.
In June, my grandmother and grandfather will have been married for 50 years.
That's correct. Okay. Now, continue with the next activity. Please tell me, did you listen to the development of this? In this case, you listen and complete the sentence, okay?
Listening lab exercise 40.
Yeah, teacher.
The future perfect tense. 1. By this time next year, John will have worked at the same company for over 20 years.
Okay. In this case, Stephanie, how did you complete the sentence? Taking into account the listening.
I listen will have worked.
Will have
Work.
Did you listen the same information, Dari, or no?
Yes.
So, okay, perfect. Will have, but it is not. Oh, so sorry, not.
Not negative.
Yes, will have not worked at the same company for over 20 years. Okay, now continue.
Long before Sue graduates, her family have spent all of their savings on her tuition.
Perfect. Dario.
Teacher, could you repeat the sentence? There are blinking the sign on what's blinking.
Long before Sue graduates, her family will have spent all of their savings on her tuition.
Okay.
Long before Sue graduates, her family will have spent
Will have spent all of the savings on her tuition. Very good.
Three, they will have finished all of their work by the end of the day.
Okay, Stephanie.
Will have finished. Will have finished.
Will have finished all of the work by the end of the day. Correct.
Four, garden will have been planted long before summer begins.
Dario.
Teacher, repeat please.
Okay,
One more time, please.
4, The garden will have been planted long before summer begins.
The garden won't have what had what had what had what had been planting.
Because it's future perfect. But in this case, it's not one, it's will.
Will?
Yes, will have been planted long before summer begins. Okay. Now continue with the next, Stephanie.
Five. Hopefully, we will have saved enough money by the time we retire.
Okay, Stephanie.
We have saved, ahorrar.
All right. We'll have saved.
Six. I'll have been a teacher for over 40 years in the year that I plan to retire.
Teacher, one more time.
Okay, perfect.
I'll have been a teacher for over 40 years in the year that I plan to retire.
No, teacher. Hello.
6. I'll have been a teacher for over 40 years in the year that I plan to retire.
Okay.
I'll have been.
So it's I'll have been a teacher for over 4 years in the year that I plan to retire, correct?
Okay.
Seven. By the time you arrive, everything will have been completed.
Stephanie?
I listen, will have been completed, but I don't sure.
Yes, that's correct, Stephanie. Okay. Continue, Dario.
8. The Ebola virus will have been eradicated by next year.
Dario?
Teacher, will had teacher, could you repeat please? There is a sound mistake before.
The Ebola virus will have been eradicated by next year. 8. God willing, the Ebola virus will have been eradicated by next year.
Will have we had been eradicated.
Right. Okay, continue, Stephanie.
9. Will the concrete have had enough time to harden before it's driven upon?
Okay, teacher, I listen. Will the concrete have had?
Find hardly before it's driven upon. Okay, perfect.
Ten. Will the boys have had enough practice by the time the season begins?
Will the boy have had? Have had.
Okay, will the boys
Enough
have had enough practice by the time the season
time.
begins? Okay, perfect. Yes, that's correct. Okay, now to develop the part of the reading, in this case, I would like that you take care, take paying attention because the next I need that you develop following questions or answer the following questions. Now, in this case, first read, please, Stephanie.
Teacher, I can see the screen. Well, I see, but I don't know sure what the reading is.
Why the chat, please read, Stephanie.
Okay. Okay. Now, yeah. Pete is a window washer. Today, he is going to be washing windows on the 13th floor of a downtown office building. He will have been washing windows for almost 10 hours. When he finishes all of the windows on the 13th floor, he will be very tired tonight because he will have been working so hard.
Okay, now continue, Dario.
Although the work is difficult, but Pete enjoys his job. In August, he will have been working as a windows washer for 5 years. He will have been washing windows in this city for the past 5 years.
Perfect. Now, Stephanie, what is Pete's profession?
He is a window washer.
Correct. Okay, Stephanie. Now, Dario, what is Pete going to have been doing today?
What is Pete
Going to have been doing today?
today?
Yes, according to the reading.
Okay. He is going to be washing windows on the 3rd floor.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, Dario. Continue now with Stephanie. How many hours will Pete have been washing the windows?
He will have been working by 10 hours.
Okay, almost 10 hours. Okay. And Dario, how will Pete be tonight? Why?
How will he will be very tired because he will have been working so hard.
Okay, correct, Dario. And finally, Stephanie, what will have been happening to Pete in August?
Okay. He will have been working as a window washer for 5 years.
That's correct. Perfect, Stephanie. Okay, now we go to develop the production activity. You find, give me a moment. This 5 image. So I need that you choose 2 sentences to create one with the perfect future and with the other the future perfect continuous. Okay? Now, Stephanie, choose the image.
Polar bear,
Okay, number 2, polar bear. And the other?
the city teacher, the
Oh, number 3. Okay, perfect. Okay, now Dario, choose number 1, number 4, or number 5.
The technology. Number 5. What is the 5?
So in this case,
Um,
1. The technology is 1.
the technology and the Earth and the planet.
Okay, perfect. 1 and 4. Now, taking into account this image, try to create a sentence. One with the perfect future and with the other with the perfect future progressive. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Now, do you need time to develop this sentence or no?
only 2 minutes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. See you in 2 minutes. No problem. Okay, are you ready?
1 minute more, teacher.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, teacher, I'm ready.
Okay. Tell me, Stephanie.
Well, my first picture was the polar bear, so I write the next. The polar bear species will have lost their habitat in the coming years because of global warming.
Okay, have lost. Okay. Now, with
And
the
the
answer.
second, I read the next. I will have been living in a big and developed city when I finish my PhD.
Perfect. Now, Daddy, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, tell me about the sentence.
Uh, okay, we will have used a new technology by the end of 2025.
Perfect. And with the next.
Okay, if the society and the human continue with the environment pollution, our planet would have been polluting for over 25 years in 2023, 2039.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now go to develop the next activity. In this case, I would like that you make a prediction about your life, taking into account the future. 5 paragraphs using the perfect future and 5 paragraphs using the perfect future continuous. Okay?
Again, teacher, again, please.
Okay, perfect. You want to develop the 5 paragraphs to create a history taking into account the perfect future and other 5 paragraphs using the perfect future continuous.
Okay, 5 paragraphs. Is that
Yes,
all?
2 paragraph about the present, future perfect, and a future perfect continuous.
5 paragraphs for the with the perfect future. 5. Another
Yeah.
5 paragraphs with the perfect future continuous, taking into account the predictions about your life in future. Okay?
But it's a history or
Yes, it's history.
Okay,
It's a small history.
okay, okay, teacher.
So, do you need time for the development of this part or no?
Yes, teacher.
wait, teacher. 5 lines or 5 paragraphs?
So, it's possible 5 lines, no problem. The idea is
Okay.
that you develop a short history, no broad history, no, short, okay?
Okay, teacher, thanks.
See
We
you
using
at you 10 minutes, okay?
Okay, teacher, thanks. Teacher, I read something.
Tell me, Stephanie.
Okay, I finish. Well, I read two short stories about my mom and my father-in-law.
Perfect.
So I read this. And my mom is okay. This is continuous. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
And my mom is a secretary. She has been a secretary for many years. In only 2 years, she will have been secretary for 30 years. She will have been working hard almost all her life. She works in a hospital. She will have been working there for 20 years.
Okay, perfect. Stephanie.
And future perfect. I wrote this. I read this. And my father-in-law is a farmer. He has a big farm in a far town. He plants different vegetables and fruits in his farm. By the time he finishes planting, he will have planted a lot of food, and he will have finished his work before the weather change and the winter comes.
Okay, correct. Are you ready, Dario? Dario, did you finish the production activity or no?
Teacher one, give me 2 minutes more, teacher.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Dario.
Teacher.
Yes?
Okay. Okay, the first one, the future,
Future perfect?
perfect. In December 2000, yes. In December 2019, I will have finished my semester from the college. And I'm so happy. So the Christmas Eve is coming all over the world. But unfortunately, in Emirates countries, they won't have stopped to work because December is a normal month of the year for them. Many people will have arrived other countries to celebrate this time. Some people prefer to fly or will have traveled to Europe countries to celebrate Christmas and New Year.
Okay.
And the perfect and the future perfect continue, progressive. In December next year, in December this year, I will have been studied. Uh, I I will have been study for 2 years, 2 year more to finish my Bachelor of the Art teaching as a foreign language. When I finish, I will have been talking about my experiences and on my studying online. I hope to in 2 years, in 5 years, I will have been teaching in a good institute in Colombia, or I prefer in a high school, or in another in another prestigious institute.
Perfect. That's correct. Okay, now to complete the activity, go to final, develop this activity in this case. Stephanie, how did you complete the sentence?
Okay, teacher. I can see it. By the end of the year, okay, he will have become
A doctor. Yes, that's right. Now, continue with the next sentence, Dario.
No, teacher, it's impossible to see this screen. It's very.
Okay, give me a moment to send you the link by the chat and open it in your computer, okay?
Thank you. Okay, scientists. Fine. Um, the scientists will have.
Okay, this is a question.
Okay, a question. Yes, teacher. Solution to. Okay,
teacher.
teacher. Will
Tell me, Stephanie.
AIDS, SIDA.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Yes.
teacher, will the scientists
Okay.
have
Okay.
will the scientists
Okay.
had found a solution to AIDS by the end of the 20th century?
Correct. Okay. Now continue with the number 3, Stephanie.
Um, okay. I think it's John. Bueno, John will be very tired tomorrow. He will have been working
Mm.
more than 20 hours.
You have been working for more than 20 hours. That's correct. Continue with the number 4, Dario.
In October, I will had I will have married to Derek.
I will have Tell me, Dario, please again. In October, I will have.
In October, in October, I will have married.
I will have married. I will have married.
What, teacher?
In October, I will have married.
In October, in October, I will have I will have been marrying.
So in this case, in October, specific time, so expect that we marry Derek longer than express time. So for the reason is will have been married.
Married. With past, yes.
Okay. Okay, now continue with the number 5, Stephanie.
I'm sure Peter won't have given. Won't have given, yes.
Not giving up smoking by the end of the year. Yes, that's right. Number 6, Dario.
The date we finish. James Wade. We will have but the day we finish. This is a name. The Easty
James is
is a name.
James.
A James Wade. El camino de James o la manera.
This is take way camino.
Okay. We will walk. We will have walked.
Okay. Correct. Now, final completing the sentence 7, Stephanie.
Okay. Tomorrow it will be the 4th day. The sun won't have. I suppose it's recent, but I don't know sure the past participle arise, teacher.
Yes, that's correct, Stephanie. Yeah, because it's the past participle.
Recent? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, number 8, Dario.
We will have. We will have.
Okay, will have.
We will had lunch by the time you arrive.
Okay, yes, you will have had. Because you apply will have, and we need the past participle in this case, had. We will have had lunch by the time you arrive. Okay. Now continue with the number 9, Stephanie.
At the end of the week, we will have enjoying each menu of our holidays.
We will have
enjoying. Been enjoying.
yes, that's correct. Each minute of our holidays, correct. And finally, Dario.
Although he has been on diet, he won't have
Won't have
he won't have lose lost
lost every half.
every hope.
Okay, correct. Okay, this is the final of the class. I need that you tell me if you have doubts about these topics because I know that it's new for you. And tell me, is clear these topics or do you have doubts about this?
Well, teacher, now it's clear. But I suppose in the future, if I don't practice, I forget the rules. But now I have cleared the topic. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. And in your case, Dario?
The idea is we had to pay more attention at the rules and the condition about the specific topic. But sometimes we are going to confuse about the future perfect and future perfect continuous. But the idea is to pay attention and the what is the condition about to create the sentence. But if you
Yes,
practice, if you practice very well, you want to be error or mistake in a future sentences, in a future activity or test.
yes, that's correct. Okay, now, what do you think about the class? Do you have corrections or do you think that is good?
I think it was good, teacher. Thanks for all.
Okay, perfect. And Dario, what do you think about the class? Is
No,
good or
teacher,
do you?
I don't have any suggestion. Everything was good. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. So I don't leave homework because we are near to the assessment to the final exam. So for this reason, I need that you study. So with this, I need to speak with you now about the next class because we could not develop the last class due to that we had problems with the connection. And in this case, please tell me, give me a moment, please give me a moment, and we're going to speak about this topic, okay? So, okay, see you in the next class. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Study very much for the final exam, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thanks.